I want to start with some housekeeping. First, I'd like to state that all of these videos are mine, and they're all of my opinions done on much research about the coin and the team or whatever it is that I'm covering. I've never been reimbursed, sponsored, or compensated in any way, and I wanted to clear that up because I think there's been some confusion, or maybe people are thinking something that's not true. My goal with this channel was to create a place that I have a reason to teach myself about things related to crypto, and then hopefully relay it in a concise way to you guys so that it's easy for you to understand and helps me learn as well. Now that that's all said and done with, let's get on to what I really came here to do. Talk about my next coin. First, I want to get this off the table. I don't own any REQ. I couldn't participate in it because I'm in the US, and so I know that there's other ways around that people have used, but I didn't want to take the risk in the event that I lost the money, and so I just opted out. I have, however, heard people talk about this, and I've seen this on the chats a lot, and I asked around to see what people were interested in hearing about, and this is something that came up a lot. I was tossing around a few ideas, and after doing a little bit of research on this, I found that this really piqued my interest. They have a very, very ambitious white paper and a very ambitious model. The short of it is they're basically trying to redefine how we pay people and how we deal with payments. Their catchphrase is the future of commerce. It's a decentralized network. They're all decentralized networks, but it's allowing individuals to request payments and receive payments in a secure way. Their main market is to replace the current payment systems, which is what comes to mind is like Venmo and PayPal. The cool part about them is obviously because they're decentralized, their ledger is also decentralized, and so all of that information is stored on there. This offers a cheaper, easier, and more secure way to go about sending and receiving payments. It also opens up a wide variety of automation options, so think payments, invoices, accounting, and auditing. So let's start with some facts about their ICO. It's an ERC20 token, which means that it functions with the Ethereum ecosystem. Their conversion rate was 1 ETH for 5,000 REQ coins. In order to get whitelisted for them, you had to join their Slack, and it closed early on, like September 21st, I think, because they had such an influx of users. And their crowd sale was October 13th. I was told that the crowd sale was one of the easiest out of all of the ICOs. I guess that's because when you deposited your ETH, you immediately got your REQ back. There was no waiting period. There was a cap on each individual person, so nobody was rushed for each sale. And then also, apparently, they were transferable within a week of getting them, which is cool because a lot of these ICOs you couldn't move for quite a while. If it's a payment system, obviously one of the bigger use cases for it is going to be online payments, right? Online shopping right now requires a credit card or a debit card and personal information, which is very susceptible to getting hacked or getting stolen. It happens all the time. We see all these big corporations getting in trouble. But with requests, the user's data is secure and safe, and that's a big difference. There's no third parties involved, so obviously the merchant fees are going to be non-existent. And then unlike with Amazon, where you have to go in and put your financial information and go through the whole spiel, with this, all you have to do is send somebody a request for payment and they send you back what you asked for. It's all saved on the blockchain and on the ledger, and it's just accessed that way. Another use case is business-to-business invoices. So most of the time you send somebody an invoice via email, people will lose it, they have to make multiple copies. But with requests, because everything's on the ledger, you can send the bill and the bill is already associated with that invoice and then it's saved. And everything's already agreed upon within the network, so there's no, did I send it, did I lose it, but I thought we agreed on this price. Everything is very black and white. You can also initiate a request with a due date. Say for like rent, you have a tenant, the rent's due on the 1st, so you send them a request with a due date on it and they know when they need to pay it by and exactly what it is and everything's already there. So this next one is really ambitious. It's transparency in institutions, meaning the blockchain will bring transparency within transactions going on in an institution. If X company has a fundraiser, they get such and such amount of money, people will be able to see what came in from that fundraiser and what it was allotted to. Makes everybody a lot more honest. That being said, that's also a hurdle. That's going to make companies have to account for and take responsibility of spending and where they're putting their money. I don't know if they're necessarily ready to do that. It'll be interesting to see if big corporations take this on. Another use case for REQ that really stuck out to me was the concept of continuous payments. Basically that, why do we have to pay everything up front and immediately? So your rent, other bills, anything else, even your paycheck will get deposited or removed every day depending on what you agree on. So if your rent's X amount of money at the end of the month, instead of paying one lump sum at the end of the month, you pay incremental pieces every day. Again, that's a great idea, it's a great concept, but I think also we've really got used to budgeting money, and I'm not sure I'm not sure how quickly that would catch on. I think it's a great idea, but I also think that the hurdle there for implementing something like that is going to be very large. The role that REQ tokens play in all of this is that they deal with the advanced features of the application and the ecosystem. So late fees, down payments, taxes, escrow, all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, we've come to the point in the video where I need to do cons. So with all the amazing things that REQ is promising, there are some downsides. Right now it's a white paper project, so there's no actual working prototype, it's just a promise. And I was told for some people that I spoke to that the fourth quarter roadmap is a little dry as far as tangible things coming out for investors to really appreciate. I also don't have the exact amount, but apparently the really early investors received quite a bit of REQ. And I think that from what we saw with some of the selling pressure when it was released onto the market, is it could have something to do with those people dumping the coins pretty quickly. Overall, this is definitely a great project. My opinion is that they're very ambitious, and I really hope that they deliver on what they're promising to do, because I definitely think that it could change the way we deal with payments. Their goals are very specific. It's very to the point. There's no room for interpretation, so I think they've got that going for them. I'm interested to see how the next year or so goes for this. Well, I'm interested to see how the next year goes for, all of these ICOs that came out, but specifically this because I think that they really chose a market and kind of a niche area that really could use some improvement, and if this takes off, then that would be awesome. I tried to make this video a little bit shorter, although I was told that the block video didn't feel as long as it was, because I guess it was just packed with so much information. I want to thank everybody for the positive feedback that I've been getting on everything. I really appreciate it, and all of your opinions and thoughts definitely play a part. Don't forget to go follow me on Twitter and Steam it if you've got them. Also, I'm going to put the link for my Telegram in the description. Please come in, hang out, tell me why you think I'm wrong, or we can have a good debate about something. But until then, I'll see you guys soon.